free for all.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode right here, Redwood Radio. I don't know why that came from where. But anyways, tonight, guys, we got a special guest host. Man, y'all know who he is. I mean, really no introduction needed, but I guess I'll give him one. Jake the Guard Snake, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for having me on the show.
Hey,
I guess
man.
I've called in before. I've been on it, but
right.
you know.
Nah, man, I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule, whether it's YouTube, whether it's, you know, being a father, or whether it's just life, man. I appreciate you taking a little bit of time today to hang out with me and, you know, everybody else.
Mm-hmm. I figured we're not talking about motorbikes. We're just going to talk about smokers and cooking meat the whole night, right?
You know what's funny? I got some beef ribs that right now in the refrigerator. Ooh. Never done beef ribs. I'm curious. I've actually never eaten.
There's a
beef
lot
ribs.
of grease in them.
Is it? Huh?
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing people say. But you know, like you know, it's not. What do you use? You use like a is yours electric or what is it? I can't remember.
Propane smoker.
Propane?
Yeah. I went with propane.
I don't think you probably won't flare up. I don't think you could with that stuff.
No,
right?
I can't. I mean, because the way the burner is directly under the what do you call it?
The grease catching thing.
No,
or the water pan or whatever.
No, right? It's below the water pan. No, what am I saying? It's under, God, what the fuck? The wood chip tray thing or whatever. It's like a cast iron fucking, or cast steel, whatever the fuck it is. You know, where you put like your wood chips, or you can put
I got you. Yeah, some
charcoal or whatever. And then above that is the water pan. So, yeah, no, there's no flare-ups, man. Fucking, it's nice, dude. Like, to be honest, man, like, my whole thing with that is, you know, in the end, I want charcoal. But I was like, fuck, you know, the shitty cheap one that I had, the Home Depot one, is like going to shit, right? It's all rusted out due to me living a couple miles from the ocean, you know, and I've had it for a little over, probably like a year and a half, 2 years now. So it's all rusted through and shit.
You probably got your money's worth out of it then anyway, realistically.
Fuck, yeah, dude. I've cooked probably 10, 20 times that meat, but I didn't want to go that same route of another cheap offset smoker where I'm constantly fighting, you know, the temperatures and fucking modding the shit out of it to try to hold temperatures. And so I was looking at propane. I'm like, well, with propane, at least I can fucking keep a steady fucking temperature. And it is, man. Like, the thing is so fucking, you know, once you figure out where you get, you know, once you set your temperature, it just fucking stays there, man. And it just alters. It goes up and down within a couple degrees depending on how windy it is outside. But fucking thing's great, dude. Love it.
I had that propane one, but it just wasn't cutting it. Now I've got this. You're talking about cooking on charcoal. I started like the first hour or two was charcoal. It was all wood. The whole thing cooked on wood after that. That was an experience. I've never done that.
Yeah, I've never cooked
straight. It takes a lot more. you gotta chill there with it. Yeah, you gotta like. It was my first time really using it too, but holy shit, man! You gotta sit there and like that's the job. I mean, the job isn't like, you know, it's not like you're sitting there fucking with the meat. You put the meat in the one side. I didn't even look at it because, you know, a little firebox off to the side. I was just sitting there throwing logs in, but I had to go out like the day before and like load my truck up with hickory. And I got back and I thought I could hatchet it up right, you know, like I went and borrowed my neighbor's like axe and hatchet and all that stuff. Dude, it ain't like cutting wood you put it in the fireplace, dude. Hickory is a fucking hard ass wood. I'm sitting there beating this shit. Like, I think I broke 3 logs in half. I was like, I'm gonna go buy a chainsaw.
I got you.
It just becomes a whole ordeal. Next thing you know, it's like I had to build a little place to hold the wood. Man, it's like all in. It's like, you know, my wife got me this smoker for my birthday, and I appreciate that. I'm sitting there thinking like I had to lay down extra pavers, lay it all, like even them out, anchor it down, get all this wood. Then I got to stay up with this shit 13 hours cooking it. I'm like, God, this thing is fucking work. Man.
Well, question.
Well, hey, it was really good.
How often did you go back out there to check the fire?
I every 30 minutes, but it wasn't even a big deal because, like, I even told you for at least 2 of those hours, I walked out there, looked at a little temperature gauge, it was right in the same spot. And I just went fucking back to bed. I didn't even have to add wood because, you know, you put some big logs in there, they'll smolder, they'll run for a while.
Yeah, true.
But fucking the guys in the comments are fun, aren't they?
Fucking Forey. I knew already.
Someone was asking, or no, Ghost was asking if I'm going to be there on Sunday. I mean, I'm not going to be where he is unless he comes up to LA, but I'm going to be there for that Husqvarna thing. I mean, you can
Yeah. So wait, are
That'll
you
be
coming
interesting.
in? You coming in on Saturday?
Oh yeah, here's the deal. Yeah, I'm coming in on Saturday, and I like, it's like, I told Sub D about it like a month ago or something. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, I'll get you the details like tomorrow. Anyway, I just texted him a few minutes ago. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be there on Saturday. I need you to pick me up and give me a place to stay the first night, because it's like I'm coming in like a day before this whole like event starts. They're paying all expenses, but I
Right.
told them to fly me out one day early, right?
Right.
A
Right.
couple of the guys are already out there. They're like staying at a one of those weird things called, nobody stays at a hotel now.
Hostels?
You stay at the no, what's that thing like the where you rent a place that somebody else owns or something
Oh,
weird?
like Airbnb or whatever.
Yeah, I'm like, they're like, Jake, you gonna get in on this with you? And I was like, I know enough people out there. I'm just gonna show up and someone will give me a couch to sleep on. I don't care.
No shit, dude. I mean, that's true, man. It's like, and it almost doesn't
Yeah.
matter what, it's like, oh, you want to be close to the airport, you can hit up Rev Bomb, right? Or you want to hit up, you happen to go down to San Diego, you hit
There's
up Ghost. You're out east, you hit up Derek
exactly.
Carson. It's like somebody.
Yeah, so like I said, yeah, the whole thing. I'll be there one day early. So Subby told me that Sunday we'll go right around, but he has to make a video. So it's like he's. I guess we'll probably go eat somewhere since that seems to be his thing.
Well,
It should
right.
be fun.
Right.
But dude, speaking of ghosts and stuff, dude, I'm gonna be out in like I said, I'm gonna be like end of May. I'm gonna be out in San Diego. My brother's boat just got they added another 30 days to it as of right now, but I didn't get no insurance on that trip.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'm just gonna be there. I'll have to hit him up. I'll have to go do something.
Oh, okay.
It's like me, the whole family. We're all gonna be out there. I bought tickets, the whole nine. To go see my brother's boat come in to find out he ain't coming in.
Right. Hey,
fucking
caller, real quick.
fucking North
Hey,
Koreans.
caller, I see you on the air. If you do me a favor, call back here in about 10, 15 minutes, man. Just going to chill and talk to Jake so we start taking some phone calls. But I appreciate you calling. Yeah, call back in like 10, 15 minutes, man. We'll get to you.
Oh, you can already see your little thing lighting up or something.
Yeah, I can see.
Is it is it like a little virtual thing makes it look like the radio call board and stuff?
I guess kind of, yeah, because I can like put people on hold. I can actually add moderators to like pre-screen calls and a bunch of shit. It's pretty cool, man.
Oh, that's
I
kind
haven't,
of
I
cool,
haven't
man.
done any of that bullshit, but
Nah,
that'd be
I
kind of
mean,
funny to make. You
probably
know
don't
what?
matter,
I
but
think that's what Ghost Ninja needs to do. Ghost Ninja, that's your new job. Start next Wednesday. You're gonna be the dude that's moderating the calls and shit. You know what I'm saying, Ghost? And I'm not paying you anything, buddy. I'm not paying you a dime. But no. Speaking of the meet this weekend, I'm like, dude, I would totally be there, but I'm actually gonna be out of town. I'm leaving Friday, and I'm headed up to Mammoth, which is like it's about 6 hours north of Los Angeles. It's kind of pretty much directly east of San Francisco, and I'm gonna be at the mountain snowboarding. So I'm gonna
Damn.
be up there getting all like good, delicious snow before that shit fucking turns around and starts to like melt or ice over or whatever. So I even saw today on their Instagram they've had a total what do you call it, like a fall count or whatever, 602 inches. I don't even know what that calculates to feet, but they got a lot of goddamn snow still up there. So I'm gonna be out until Monday, which sucks, man. I'd love to fucking come hang out with you guys, but I mean, are you gonna stay? When are you going back? You going back Monday or some shit, or
Oh, how long am I going to be there for?
well, how long you
Let's
gonna be
see,
out here?
like a week. I think my leaving flight's the next Saturday.
Oh, okay. Well,
But I
fuck.
said once that thing starts, like we got that, like obviously I'll have, like I said, I'll have that Sunday to hang out, but I know Monday once it starts, and we have a meetup like with the Supermoto, like all the people, they're meeting I think at that rock store or something.
That's Sunday,
Um,
right? Yeah.
I think no, I think they're doing that on Monday.
I thought it was Sunday.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just
I
okay.
don't know either. I'm just I'm pretty sure. I'm 90% sure it's on like Monday or something.
Oh, okay.
But other than that, like people have been hitting me up like, let's go meet up, let's do this and that. Like you got to tell me where you're going to be. I'm going to rendezvous and get in the videos and all this stuff. And I'm like, I really don't like. I kind of know where they're going, but not that much. Like I got a rough idea of what we're doing day to day, but I can't just have people like.
Oh wait, so it's more than like a 1 day kind of thing.
Yeah, it's 4 days. Like I know one of them will
Oh.
be the track, but it's like I've told people like I can't just like break off with their bike and go ride with you, or have you just like come bum into the video. I mean, you gotta understand. It's like Husqvarna's like They want videos of us riding around. They don't want like B-Rad's going to be there around the same time. B-Rad's like, I'm going to like bust wheelies past y'all, and I'm like, I see, come on, like, if you happen to run into us, I think it'd be great. That'd be fun. Figure it out. But like, I don't, they're putting all this on because they want videos of Huskies running around. Husqvarna's making the video. Here comes B-Rad on a Yamaha. Like,
bro, like what the fuck? Nah, I get it. Yeah, and that's the thing too. You don't necessarily want to put too much information out there, right? I mean,
yeah,
people they're gonna want to see maybe all the other vloggers that's gonna be there that's from out of country too, right? And then
that's why we got that. I mean, that's why they have that one meetup at the rock store that day. And I know we're gonna be bombing up and down. What's that Snake or Mulholland, whatever, or
right. So you guys doing the track day? Where you guys doing the track day at?
Oh man, you make me keep pulling up this itinerary and I keep closing it.
All right, is it Chuckwalla?
I think
Willow
if you
Springs.
Hang on, let me pull this thing up here.
Well, question is, do you have to ride the bike there?
I don't know. They're covering, like I said, they're putting the show on, man. They're like, they just want us to pretty much, go have fun, ride the show, these bikes, make some good videos for them. It's Adams Motorsport Park. I think that's a good one for motards. I think I've heard about people running out there.
It's
like a tighter track.
Yeah, no, it's like a go-kart track.
Good. So, yeah, go-kart tracks are perfect for supermoto.
Yeah, it's tiny. A friend of mine used to take his little what do you have, like a little 80 or some shit, like a mini bike? Like he used to do track days and shit. And then he got in his this dude. He was racing a ZX10, and some dude tried to pass him on the inside and washed him out. And from that point on, he hadn't done a track day on like a big leader bike. But he said for shits and giggles, he saw a good deal on a little mini bike or something, right? And so he picked it up.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
And he was like, dude, this shit is fucking fun. He's like, dude, worst case scenario, you crash at 60 going down the back straight, dude. And you laugh it off. You fucking get up, start the bike, and keep riding. He's like, dude, it's fucking hilarious. He's like, it's fun.
Well, supermoto in general is like almost a little more safer on track racing. But I know guys around here that do nothing but those mini bike classes.
Okay.
And it's funny because all like around me, all the go-kart tracks won't let big supermotos on them. But if you got a mini motard or like one of those little Yamaha, what's
the deal? Because they're scared the supermotard's going to get outran by the fact. I don't get it.
No, I mean they would probably make different classes and have them not running together. But no, I don't know. I mean, I know a big reason a lot of the go-kart tracks are really iffy about having the supermotos on there, any bigger bikes, is they don't want it to gouge the track when the bike lays over. It's like when I've gone to tracks, I always like make sure I got all the little peg sliders and stuff going. I guess the mini bikes aren't heavy enough to like really dig into the track. They're not going super fast. Like the go-kart track, there's one up in Oklahoma, Norman, I could go to. It's like $25 a day. They don't care. I don't even care what you got on there.
Okay. Yeah, I heard
but
about
I mean, you're
Norman.
going. I think at fastest you're going is maybe 70, 80 on the main little stretch there on it.
Right.
And that's the rest of it's half that speed at best.
Right.
Because it's just turn. You don't get a chance to get much past second, third gear on it.
Yeah, that's what he was talking about. He's like, dude, I crashed like 3 times last week, dude. Laughed that shit off. Fucking picked the bike up, started.
Yeah, that's like, so this is what the guys have told me. We're all into it out here. Like, because there's like a bunch of the guys, and a lot of them were like the dudes that were like in their 40s and stuff like that. They used to do like track racing in their like big track racing in their 20s or whatever, and they were all saying this is way more fun because it's way easier on the wallet. You get to go way harder and not worry about it because going hard on that thing isn't that crazy, right? And then you get to. They were just saying it's real appealing. It's one of the cheapest ways to get into racing, period. Like of any form. Like if you want to physically be racing a motor vehicle of some kind,
yep,
like get into mini bike racing.
Yeah, I want to say my boy said he picked up his bike for like right under $1,000, and then he spent like another couple $100 to get it running in tip-top shape, and he was like. And he's like, I want to say it costs less than like $50 to race it for that day or some stupid shit. He was like, dude,
that's probably like actual racing too. With because I know those guys would actually race and have like a purse, a prize for the winning and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like they would get crazy into it. There's all these leagues and stuff, or like classes you could race in. It's funny too because if you go out there, I've used to go out there and watch a couple of them go at it. Like you'd see all their leathers have got like scuffs all over them, but they're not bad. But it's like it's
Right.
just funny because they go down so often.
Right. It looks cool,
Whatever.
man. I mean, maybe
Oh yeah.
one day. For me, it's not really a thing because I don't have a way. I mean, even though I have a truck, I have a cover on it, so I don't really have a way to fucking. And it's like not one of the retractable kind. It's like it lifts up, so there's no way for me to really
Can
like
you take it off
transport,
easy?
like, no, because it's like fiberglass or some shit, so it's like heavy as fuck. It's one of those things. When I take it off, I'm taking it the fuck off, and that bitch is never going back on there again.
You got $20.
Mac, what up, man? Mackenzie, hey man, I appreciate the love. Thank you for the donation. That all goes to keeping this radio station alive. I appreciate you, my brother. And Deep South Moto, instead of typing this, I'm gonna just talk to you now. Don't read what I just wrote. Yeah, we can definitely talk about that one of these days, man. That'd definitely be a good topic. But big shout out to everybody out there in the side chat. Leaky, Mackenzie with the $20 donation. Tim Crates all the way from Texas. Octane Moto, Ride to Victory. I'm just going to say 46. Mothman? Yeah, that's what's up. DeFrober, I see you over there. 40 Hooligan all the way from down under. Deep South
Oh,
Moto.
did you go to participants?
Do what?
You go to participants. That's what you did.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess. Anyways, big shout out to everybody out there. All right, you want to take some calls? You want to keep talking, man? I've had a caller on here literally. He didn't want to hang up.
Yeah, I could take the call. It's slightly delayed though, right?
Yeah, just a bit. It's like a couple seconds, but it's not too bad. So, all right,
Yeah,
let's go ahead and take this call. 928 live on the air. What up? Oh, yay! What's up, man? What's going on?
I was watching the live stream and I saw that you guys weren't taking calls, but I just stayed on just in case like you guys were gonna start accepting them.
Hey, that's smart, dude. That way you don't lose your position in live. But what's going on, man? Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Arizona.
Arizona. You up north or down south? It's like Arizona to me is split.
I'm way down south, like close to the border with Mexico and with California as well.
Okay, so you down there? What is that like? Is that the 8 freeway? Are you close to like the 8? Is that what it is?
I'm not sure. The town is called Yuma, Arizona.
Yuma. Okay. I know what you're talking about. All right, so you down there in the desert. It's hot. You got like rock-sized boulders instead of like.
Are they building the wall?
Are they
Are they working on?
Oh yeah, we do.
But anyways, you got a question, man, for Jake or me or whomever?
Yeah, it's for both of you guys.
Shoot.
And the question is, if you guys were to start your own motorcycle brand company, what would you name it?
It's so tough.
You know what? I actually have one, but I don't want to say it because it's one of those names, and I did a lot of research into it, so I can't. I want to make it a thing, but I can't say what it is until I make it a thing, or it just dies with me. But if I had to choose something else besides that,
I'd call it Reds.
I got you thinking now.
yeah, I mean it's red apparel, red. I don't know.
Red Ride.
I don't know, man. That's difficult. I mean, I don't know what you got, Jake. I mean, I know you got the Stay Broke crew. You got.
God, I don't know, man. That is tough.
Garden Tenders. No.
Yeah, dude, that's it. I like it. Garden Tenders. There you go.
I don't know. I mean, dude, that's one of those questions you're like, damn, on the spot. Like, that's why I can never be a writer for like a comedy show, right? All right, I got Donald Trump and Korea. I need topics. Go. I'm not one of them dudes to be like, bam, 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 and spit off a bunch of things. It's kind of hard though, man.
Oh yeah.
Well, what do you think? How about that? Let me throw the question back on you. What would be a good clothing line or whatever for, not clothing line, but company name or whatever for Jake, and what do you think would be a good one for me?
would be a good one?
Mm.
Well, the one I said, Red Rides, was one for you.
Red
That
Rides,
one
okay.
sounds good.
I can deal with that.
Yeah. And for Jake, yeah, this one's a little harder. Sheesh, now I got myself thinking about it.
See, it's not easy.
I call. You know what it was? I got it now. I call it plywood and bullshit. That was an old thing we used to say on the channel. If it was made like shit,
Plywood
like,
and bullshit.
Yeah, it goes back to a long time ago in the channel. I looked at something that was like falling apart, and I said, "That's made out of plywood and bullshit." And from then on, I used to just call things that were iffy. It's a way old throwback on the channel.
Wow.
I guess I'm not really like
I was doing
preaching it good.
So good. I remember I was doing a project for school, and they said create like your own brand. So I decided, maybe I should name my own motorcycle helmet brand. So I just started Googling random names for like helmets to translate into a different language. And I guess I just came up with casco, because it sounds like casco in Spanish, but it's casco.
Huh. Yeah, anytime you start translating stuff, man, it's weird because you can lose stuff in translation, you know. But it's always good to come up with like a good like little saying, something that means multiple things, you know. Like that's always fun. It's just really hard to create those just out of thin air.
You know, when I was in economics class in high school, we had to like make up, like a little fake company, and I called mine Shamu Shampoo. Shampoo made out of 100% Shamus.
Oh, that's fucked up.
And didn't go well. I thought it was funny. I just was like, this is great. Everyone's gonna think this is funny. Like I was the only one that thought it was funny.
That's funny.
Oh, fuck it. You know, what are you gonna do?
Well, all right, man. Let me let you go. See if we got some more No, actually, you're the only
all
caller.
Right.
You're the only.
I'm the only one.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's weird.
Ladies and gentlemen, the lines are open.
Needs to call.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, the lines are open. Make sure you call in. That number is 516-387-1431. Shout out Tim Crates. Tim Crates Adventure.
California. We have a little inside joke.
All right, come on, man. I know you got a question, man. Like a serious question, dude. It's like you got Jake,
question, yeah.
the garden snake, on the fucking line right now. Come on, dude. I know you got something, man. What you got?
All right. Let's see. Oh crap! I wasn't prepared for this.
Oh man.
See, I know there's always got to be something that I got to ask, but it's always like when I'm done.
Yep.
I just start thinking about it. I'm like, oh crap.
Right. As soon as you hang up the phone, it's like, all right, dude. Later. Click. Fuck. I just thought.
You probably could realistically like hang up, think about it, and call back and get back in. Or are people calling now?
No, nobody's
true.
calling in. People are scared, or they're trying to find their phone. One of the two.
Or they're listening to this on their phone, and it's too complicated.
They're like, I gotta remember that number before.
Oh man, I had to show my mother-in-law that. She was trying to remember a phone number, you know.
Okay.
She was looking at it like on a text or something on her phone. She just got like a smartphone for the first time ever, like a few months ago, right? You know, it's just funny. She's sitting there like, okay, remember this number. She's saying it to me. And I looked at her. I was all like, hang on, let me help you out here. I just like held, like copied it and pasted it.
Oh, that's funny.
In fact, actually, I think as soon as I highlighted it, it came up with, would you like to call that number?
Yeah.
I was like, you just click call.
Right. All right,
I
man.
think I have one now.
All right,
I don't know
what you
if
got?
it's a good one.
All right, what you got though?
All right. Let's see. Is it a wise financial investment to buy a motorcycle instead of a car? Like, because I used to have a car, but I don't have one anymore. But I just started working, and I'm trying to save up for a motorcycle. Is it more better for like an 18-year-old like my age, buy a motorcycle financial-wise instead of a car?
I'll let you answer that one, Jake.
Where do you live?
Yeah, good question.
I live in Arizona.
So he's in southern Arizona. So
you ride all year round then, right?
Pretty much. It's like California, just hotter.
I mean, like you gotta think of like the bike maintenance and what you're getting, because like a lot of people will just sit there and go look at the bike and be like, oh, look, it's cheaper on insurance, cheaper on gas. Well, I mean, typically bikes rip through tires way faster than a car does. They're not that cheap for a set, like two of them. You know, you can have a whatever car and buy a set of 4 tires for less than you can buy a set of motorcycle tires for. You're just gonna have to weigh that. You know, you have to buy something that makes sense. It's real sound, and you know, doesn't get you in a lot of tickets and stuff like that either. You know, if you buy like a supermoto, for instance, I love supermotos, but like they'll rip through tires and even chains and everything just because they're kind of rough on them, you know. So you just gotta, and if you're gonna ever buy one to go, if you have a car, right, and you go, well, I'm gonna buy this bike to start saving gas. I always like when people do that because it gets another rider in the community. But I used to have an equation worked out, right? Because I had this when I worked at a gas station. I had this like equation on the back of a clipboard I would make, and used to plug in how much the vehicle costed, how much gas mileage your current vehicle was using versus your bike. Like it was all these math that basically had to show how many miles you'd have to ride that bike to make it start making sense, you know, to buy it as a gas saver. And it was always something like 150,000 miles or something, right? Like it was terrible. Yeah, it would used to break people's hearts. They'd be like, I got this gas guzzling SUV, and I could still do the equation. It'd be well over 100,000 miles. And they're like, holy shit. Like, yeah, you
Yeah, I'll say like too, man, I was under the full impression when I started riding. So I moved out here to SoCal, and I was driving. You know, I wasn't a street bike rider or anything. And once I first bought my bike, you know, I was like, hell yeah, dude. Like, I'm only spending, instead of spending, you know, gas back then in California was like damn near $5 a gallon. It was like, you know, $4.50, $4.75. Like, it was expensive.
You probably put, right. Of course, you go to a bike, takes premium too.
Right. But even still, so I'm going from, you know, spending $80 or whatever, you know, every time I fill up my truck, to like now I'm spending 15 to 16 on the high end, right? So I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. But over time I realized, right, because all I did was ride, right? I you know, out of the 3 years since I've owned my bike, I've probably driven my truck physically less than 30 times out of 3 years. It's just the way California works. It doesn't rain here, but you know. But then like about a year or so into it, I started like doing the math, right? So it's like I'm riding all the time, so I'm constantly going through tires, right? A set of, you know, sticky, you know, tires, whether, you know, it doesn't really matter what you're running, whether you're running Q3s or Bridgestone, but, you know, they're sticky tire for the street. You know, every couple of months, dude, like every maybe 2 months on the quick end, but like every 3 or so months, I was putting tires on, right? So I'm looking at, you know, approximately $250 for the set, then another, you know, $50 to $100 on the high end to get them installed. So, you know, that means I'm putting down a lot of miles, which means a lot of oil changes, which means chain and sprockets, and, you know, all this shit starts to add up over time. And then you look back and you're like, well, fuck, dude, for the year I could have just put gas in the truck, right, and got like one oil change and wouldn't have to change shit, you know, since then. So it you know, it definitely, if you can do your own maintenance, that definitely curbs a lot of the cost. Yeah, but even
then, man, like I just sat there and did my taxes, and I keep a record of all that stuff because I'll write it all off. And since this is my, you know, my YouTube thing is what I do, so it's still like, oh man, like even my WR, it's like, I think $3,000 in maintenance for the year, what I spent on it just through parts throughout the year, you know. I'm like, golly. I think I'm including gas in there though. Yeah. Oh, okay. So, but still, like, that's, you know, and I don't ride it that much, but I will say this, I have done, and I'm saying this because I saw Tim comment this in the thing. I for a while I only had a motorcycle pretty much. Like my car was out of commission, and I was like, fuck it, it's summer, and I just rode to work every day on my DRZ. And yeah, you get to the point you don't even go on rides with your friends anymore because you ride so much that, like, you know, like going to ride for fun stops being fun. Yeah. And that's what sucks, man. I would say this, you know, the $500 to $1,000 in that range, you can get a fucking beater car that'll just go. Especially you get like a little Honda or something, man. Mm-hmm. I've known a lot of my friends to do that, man. Have like a leader bike, like a nice ZX10R, and like a '94 like Accord. You know? Right. Fucking set of tires for the ZX10R costs, you know, almost what he paid for the whole damn car. But man, just drive it every day. Don't give a fuck, you know.
Well, hey, man, I appreciate the call. I got some callers. I see y'all over there. My bad for making y'all wait this long, but that was a good-ass question, and that's what, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sometimes questions are good, and you gotta answer that shit, because there are people who don't ride who think like I thought, hey, it'll be cheaper if I get a bike, and then you couple $100 in, you're like, wait a minute, that ain't that fucking cheap, So, but hey, man, I appreciate you calling in, brother. Appreciate your time. Be safe out there in Southern Arizona, because I know it get hot as fuck out there, man. So it's like Palm Springs every day come their summer, so it sucks.
Yeah. All right, you guys take care as well.
All right, brother. Thank you.
G Throttle gives beef ribs the thumbs down, but the pork ribs the thumbs up. Man, beef ribs. Jesus, man, beef ribs can be good too, dude. I like beef ribs.
Well, I'm curious. I'm definitely gonna do some research before I throw them in. What's a good
everyone knows pork ribs are good, dude. I made pork ribs the other day too. On that was the first thing I cooked on that smoker. Man, I was putting like honey on it, and like apple juice, and all that stuff. God, they were good.
I already know. All right, moving on to the next call. Area code 903. You're live on the air. What up?
What's up?
What's up, man? What's going on? Where are you calling from?
Oh, I had a question for Jake.
All right, straight to the point. No problem. What's up?
If he had to choose between his WR and his FZ07, which one would he pick?
Oh, man. Probably the WR. I love the FZ because it actually is honestly more practical. But man, the WR is such a badass bike.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I mean, like I haven't been riding as much lately just because the supermoto rims are busted on it. Right now, it's actually got the like non-DOT real knobbies on it. So I mean, that's why you haven't seen as much in the videos. But that thing is like that's a good bike right there.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Where are you calling from?
That's not Sherman, Texas.
Texas? Oh, okay. What's up, dude? Okay, yeah. You're just a little north of me then.
Tejas.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on the way to Red's Oklahoma house.
Right. Close to that.
You know where that is? You know where Sherman is?
No, I don't, but it's close to
It's
the
just
Red
up
River.
75 a bit.
So I don't even know. So I know I-35.
You know 35, right?
I know 35, yeah.
Yeah, 75 is just like a little east of it. Yeah.
It's been a while since I've traveled through there, so. But yeah, I got you. All right. Well, cool, man. I appreciate the call. Thank you, sir.
No doubt.
All right, man. Have a good night. So you would keep the WR over the...
You know the
FZ.
WR costs quite a bit more than the FZ2, like just starting price.
You
like that bike's a $9,000 bike, like before you even motard it. The way like in full kitted out, I mean, it's not worth this much now. It's like a $12,000-$13,000 motorcycle right there.
Wow.
Yeah, it's nearly double the cost of the FZ, man. Yeah, it's a good bike though, dude.
That's interesting.
Can't get rid of it. Aluminum frame, badass suspension, race bike motor, detuned just enough to be good on the street.
Gotcha.
It's a peach. It's a peach, man.
Moving on to the next phone call, somewhere out here in the Long Beach area, 562. You live on the air. What up?
Yeah, hey, what's up? I'm in Anaheim, California right now.
Oh, okay. SoCal in the building.
Yeah, hey. Yeah. Hey, I was just going to butt in on your conversation about bikes and how much they cost and everything.
Please, by all means.
I did the same math. They all came out to about the same between driving my truck and driving my bike around. But I don't know, something about splitting lanes, especially in California, splitting lanes, getting places faster.
Yeah.
Just outweighs everything.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. What kind of bike and what kind of truck do you have?
I have a 2000 Tacoma.
Okay.
And I have a WR 250R. It's the dual sport, but I have some supermoto wheels for it.
Okay.
And then I also have a Yamaha Bolt. It's a cruiser.
Dude, those bolts are so cool, man. People do so much things to those bolts. No, my brother though, when he was I mean, he's out on deployment right now, but my brother when he's in stationed in San Diego there, he's sitting there. He's got a what are those the Chevy pickup truck with like the weird back bed thing that's all plasticky looking. Avalanche. He's got the
Oh yeah.
Avalanche.
Oh, that fucking thing.
Yeah, he's got that, and he's got a DRZ, man. And he got to the point he was riding that DRZ to work daily. He's talking about the traffic going down some bridge to get to that island or whatever they got to go to. Ghost Ninja probably knows what I'm talking about. He's from
Coronado Bridge.
Yeah, dude. He was like, fuck that truck. Like, the truck's set for months on it. He only rode his bike. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
California
Like,
thing.
my truck, I only used it to like take out my bike, go out to the desert, and then the WR, it's a dual sport. I can take it wherever I want. Yeah, gnarly hill on the side of the road, just go up it. It's freaking sick.
I want everyone to know what dual sporting is like. You know, I was listening to you, Red, the other day. You were talking about, like, what was that topic you talked about? You were just live, just yourself. You were talking about, like, motovlogging and stuff. And I heard my name getting brought up a couple times. I actually didn't catch it live. I had it running the next day while I was doing stuff.
Okay.
And you were talking about how it was like Jake was changing up the game, running around there with his buddies, off-roading and doing all this stuff, riding wherever he wants. And I was like, man, that's funny. I was the only guy doing that stuff. So I forgot. You know, like in the motovlogging world, I was trying so hard. It was like my whole point. I was like that was one of my biggest motivations on the channel, was to like show people, like, dude, sport bikes are cool. I used to have them too, but look at all the other stuff you can do.
Right. No, and that was one of the things, right? Because I mean, sure, like, you know, everybody had motovlogs of riding down the road, and you know, and everybody had their own little spin on it, and some people did a little bit better than others. But then it's like, I find this one dude who's like on the road, and you're like, oh, okay, that's a cool little wheelie. Next thing you know, it's like, wait, where the fuck is he Wait, what? Is he? Oh,
like
shit.
on a golf course,
like
on
some
an
old dirt road. You're like, or cow trail or whatever that you're putting down. Next thing, like, I remember one that had me dying, dude, was when you got caught up in some, like, you had on your motocross helmet, I think, and you had on your goggles were off, and you rode through like a spider web, dude. Oh, I fucking lost it.
Oh, did I lose it?
Well, you lost it, but I lost it too, because I know that feeling. But I was dying. You're just like, you're like trying to wipe the shit. I was like, yo, I totally get it, because you had the big ass. I don't even know what kind of trees they are. They look like fucking cheap ass fucking Christmas trees or whatever. And I know those fucking spiders be jumping from one to the other, making a fucking.
God, dude, they're so fucking. You can't even think about it, man. When I go through the trails all the time, man, if I'm the first guy and there's people behind me, whenever we get there, I'm like, you can thank me. I'm like, for what? I'm like, for spider clearing for you. It's probably 600 on me right now. I don't want to think about it.
Right. Yo, but real quick, man, before we let you go, so when you were saying, so the price kind of equals out now.
Yeah.
Would the price equal out if you rode? I don't know how often you ride. Are you probably what? Are you like a 70% rider, 30% driver, or like what's your ratio to car to like bike?
Honestly, I'm like a 95% rider, 5% truck.
Okay, well, cool. No, it makes sense, because like, I mean, like that for me.
Then even like
no, go ahead.
For like tickets and stuff, like, I was gonna get like a sport bike, and then I'm like, nah, like, PD always looks out for sport bikes. You hear them coming a long way down, and they sound like they're going fast. So I'm like, I need something that looks like not, like, I'm not going super fast. So I'm like, dual sport, like, just looks like I'm riding my dirt bike around town. So.
Right.
Dude, the cops are way friendlier to him. He makes a good point, man.
Yeah. A lot, like a lot.
I wouldn't know.
I know the last month I had my R1 before it fucking got stolen on me. I got $500 in tickets that month.
What?
Fuck. Yeah, I was being dumb. I was also 19, 20 years old when I bought that thing. I was the wrong age to have that bike. But I always thought it was funny. As soon as I got my first,
what's the gnarliest ticket you guys have ever gotten?
87 and 45. And you said you're in Anaheim. I was in Fountain Valley. I was going down Harbor. I was going down Harbor. Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. 87 and 45. I don't even know how much the ticket was, but it was expensive. That's all I remember.
I've been lucky because I've been busted for way worse of things. I've been busted on the back wheel. I always, like, seem to work my way out of them. But I want to say on my R1, there was one of those tickets I was telling you about. Like, I got like 2 or 3 tickets like a couple days back in a row. It was just like a bad week, right? I got a ticket for think I was going 70 and a 40. Yeah, something like that. That cop thought I was trying to evade him too. I didn't even know he was trying to come after me. I was pulling into like my neighborhood, like going down the streets, and then he came up behind me, thought I was trying to like evade, like put me in handcuffs, the whole thing. Said he was about to arrest me, and I was like, dude, I live over here. Like, you'd see my address on my license, right? And the whole thing was fucked too, because the reason I was going that fast is some guy like ran the red light and almost hit me. I fucking gassed the shit out of it. And, you gas a liter bike, it takes a second to go whoop. Oh, fuck, that was close. Right. Oh, there's a cop. I'm going 70.
Right, 70 and a 25.
And I tried to explain that to him. I'm literally like sitting there in handcuffs trying to explain to him, like, when you twist the throttle on this bike, officer, it's going to jump 20, 30 miles an hour in less than a second. Didn't care. Didn't fucking care.
Yeah, see, and that's why I didn't want to get a sport bike, because I'm actually trying to be a PD up in this northern Orange County area. So yeah, I don't want to get any tickets on my record or anything. It'll mess you up.
Right, I got you. Gives us something to look at, right? Character, whatever the fuck you want to call
it.
Character, some shit.
Yeah, one of my buddies just didn't
you're driving the city's units, so they're like, if you hauling ass going like 100 down like Beach Boulevard and wreck and kill someone, it's on the department. So
right.
Well, they sit there, like, my buddy tried to become a Dallas PD recently, and man, he cleared out his YouTube channel. I won't say who he is. He's somebody off YouTube, though. I used to ride with a lot, and he's about to come back, so fuck, it didn't work out. He's bringing the channel back now. But, he privated all his videos and, like, did all that stuff, and thought they weren't going to be able to find any of that crap. And they called him up, and they were like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. So, and they brought up my name. He's got recording of this conversation. They brought up his YouTube channel name. They brought up me. They're like, what are you doing running around with the garden snake doing wheelies and shit? I was like, oh, fuck. So they just know who I am, apparently. They were like, and he tried to sit there. He should have just been so honest, too, man. He should have just been like, you got me, dude. I used to fuck around and do that stuff. I'm trying to, get my shit together now. Like, he would have maybe had a chance, but he tried to be like, I don't know what are you talking about? Like, they know.
Yeah, that's the main thing. You'd be surprised at what you could get away with and still be hired by by a police department. But what they're mainly concerned about is like your integrity and like just being completely honest with it. Because it'll screw up your career if you get hired and you get caught lying. You're no longer able to work on the streets.
Oh, damn. Yeah, it makes sense, right? Because they don't want some cop that's known, or, he was known for street racing or a bunch of other shit, and then he gets hired, and then he's a fucking street cop, Now
what happened to the Supermoto Bay Rider guy who was like a cop who was making the videos with the motard guys? Do you remember that?
Oh, no, I didn't know about it.
Yeah, they did a whole police report on him.
Yeah, I'm actually part of SoCal Supermoto.
Okay. Was that Bay Area Riders or something, right?
Probably.
Got
I know
busted?
you're talking about.
Yeah, Bay Area, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Oh.
Well, cool, man. I appreciate you calling. Damn good questions.
Yeah.
And thanks for, speaking on the whole topic of bike costs and all that stuff over time. So, thanks for the input, man.
Yeah, no problem. All right, have fun, guys.
All right, man. Have yourself a good night, brother.
All right, you too. Later.
Peace. Big shout out to Kyle. Appreciate the donations, man. Thank you, sir. They all go to keeping us alive. Yeah, Tim Kreitz over there getting fucking warnings and shit for doing 160 miles per hour, and they're like, slow down. Be on about your way, sir. I guess only Tim Kreitz, man. Only Tim Kreitz. Anyways, let's move on to this next phone call. Area code 567. You live on the air. What up?
What's going on, Red?
Hey, what's up?
It's your boy Deep South.
Deep South Moto, man.
I got a shout out to Jake from Forio Hooligan. He just wants me to tell him that he's a butthurt nobody, but it happens. And Red, I want to talk about, should you ever become a motor vlogger in your first year of riding?
Yes. Next question.
Yeah.
No, No, the answer is no. The answer is
It's
no.
almost like the motorcycles come with a camera on them anymore. It's like learn to ride before you become a vlogger.
I wouldn't say that a time restraint needs to be put on it. I just look at it like there's multiple factors. Okay, one of the biggest things would have to be is like time on the bike, right? Like how many miles have you put down? You know what I'm saying? Because you know, a while ago I met people who said like, hey, I got this bike, I bought it a year ago, and it's like, oh dude, that's what's up. Like how many miles it has on it? I got 1,200 miles. Wait, you've had the bike for a year and you put 1,200 miles? You're like, wow, okay. But I mean, it's a decent amount of miles, but not to somebody like, a lot of us SoCal dudes down here. Boris on Bikes, appreciate the donation. Thank you, sir. Buy yourself a beer, Mr. Red One. I will. But I would say time in the seat, time on the saddle, in the saddle, whatever you want to call it. And then also, too, the other caveat that would have to go with that would be the sheer amount of traffic that you deal with. Somebody out here in California, 6 months of riding is different here in California than 6 months of riding. No offense, Tim. Out in Tim Kreitz's territory. Right?
I was literally about to say where Tim Kreitz is, yeah.
It's not the same. It's still 6 months.
No, I agree.
It's just not, you don't have the sheer amount of, incidences popping up left and right. But I do agree that the person should take time to learn the motorcycle, understand how the shit works, right? Before turning around and be like, I'm gonna be a moto vlogger, because honestly, you get one chance, right? You get one chance to get it right, and if you fuck up, sure, you may hurt yourself, road rash if you're lucky,
or you might die.
And exactly, and all because you wanted to fucking go out here and rush this thing and be cool and try to gain views and subscribers on YouTube. It's not worth it, man. But
well,
okay, I'll tell you this: if you do happen to survive, right, get a little road rash or something, it makes for a viral video, and you might turn around and wake up 2 weeks later and be like, holy shit, dude, I got fucking 10,000 subscribers, But granted, you had to eat shit to make that happen.
Yeah.
So I want to play devil's advocate on this one.
All right, what you got, Jake?
Now, like I said, realistically, I would, I didn't start off motovlogging. Yeah, I think I've been riding for years before I started vlogging because I didn't even know about it. But, first of all, the thing is that if there's a young guy who loves watching motovloggers, or not even a young guy, any guy's getting into riding, somebody, I guess a woman too, shit, whatever. Fucking really just digging myself a hole here. But if it's like you want to get into riding and you're all into motovlogging, that's what they're going to want to do so bad that I think, people are going to want to do it regardless, right? It's going to happen. I think, the issue, of course, is do you need to be paying attention to the camera and trying to think of funny things to say, cool situations to be made up? No, you need to be focusing on learning. I mean, everyone knows, the first few months, seemed like the most critical time. Tim was even saying something statistically one time, something like 7 months in, you get into this weird comfort level where you get too comfortable and then you start doing dumb shit you're not ready for, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I mean, it's hard to say a time, and people are going to want to do it anyway. I think there's so many ways to edit a video now and so many different styles people go about. Like, if you're clever and you're not being dumb, there's going to be a way that you can make a video. I mean, God, half of motovlogging these days doesn't even seem like it's have to be on the bike. You can have your camera rolling with a little bit of fucking music, and make like a little time lapse or something, right? If you just want to throw it on your head and you want to mic yourself, I mean, I guess I'd say just focus on it when you can. Like maybe you just let it run. I don't know, you just have to use your head, because I think, like I said, people are going to do it regardless. So I figure best thing to do is to try to tell them how to do it the right way, and just try to be smart about it, man.
Yeah, I mean, because Jake,
you know what I'm saying? Like how many people these days are riding around like, today's subject is this? Like, that's almost like, it's like a weird thing. It doesn't happen as much anymore. And like I can sit there and ride around and talk deep about some shit and like be fucking correcting myself from the lane to be seen miles down the road and judging traffic and doing all this stuff because I can do it. You know, like most riders been doing for years, you can do it subconsciously, right? You know, I don't. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was gonna sound something stupid, but yeah. You know, just. I mean, I'll tell you too, because I'm literally about to go fly these fucking paramotor things here in like 2-3 weeks, right? And I'm gonna be a noob in a whole new sport, right? I'm gonna be flying, you know, like these things, you know, a power parachute kind of stuff. And I'm gonna be like mic'd up with a GoPro from the get-go. And I'm like, I've sit there and had like a real hard thought about that lately. Like, I can't be flying around all the time trying to like talk about, you know, I got to be paying attention. It's all new to me, right? So. You know, I'm gonna have to come up with a way to edit that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've always said this from my point of view, right? When I started vlogging, I was on my second bike because I totaled the first one, you know. And once I remember, like, I was riding up and down Beach Boulevard, and I was like, you know, old school vlogging, right? All right, so today, guys, we're gonna talk about goddamn oil, right? So I just did my first oil change for the first time. You can check the video out down below in the comments or in the description box where I did that, blah blah blah. And then I just remember something happened, like a car cut me off or some shit, and I couldn't. My brain didn't know to stop, like to just shut the fuck up, deal with the situation, or keep talking, like. And there was this weird, like, pause for a moment where I didn't do shit but just keep traveling down the fucking road.
No.
You know what I mean? And then from that point on, I realized, oh, dude, just shut up, stop talking, edit that shit out, and then bam. You know what I mean? And then, you know, people don't know any difference on the vlog. And I was like, you know, but there was that time where I didn't know, and I'd already had, you know, decent skills, or, you know, I wasn't like a canyon rider or anything, but, you know, I could handle myself on the road. But once I started vlogging, it added something else into riding that can also distract the fuck out of you. You know what I mean? So it's just, to me, I want everybody to come at it with the best foot forward. Gear, you know, and, you know, some experience, decent experience, at least to deal with people pulling out in front of you, you know, shit like that.
Oh yeah. Do you think about like people these days? They're probably like juggling like the price of gear with a camera as well now too. You know, like I was gonna buy this helmet, but this one's cheaper and I can get the GoPro too. It's like, you know, I know people are doing that. And like that was something I never thought about. You know, I'm sitting here putting together a video myself right now of like my filming setup, and I'm sitting there like adding up the cost. It's like over $1,000 setup, man. I'm like,
that's one reason why I don't have an Alpine Stars jacket or a showy helmet. Fuck off.
like I've had times where like I look at all the equipment bolted to my helmet. I'm like, there's more money in the stuff bolted to it than the helmet itself.
Right.
It's happened a few times.
And you know, that's one of those things too. You gotta like. To me, like, okay, I have this thing where it sucks, right? When you get the new helmet and all the shit, and you fucking attach your GoPro, your fucking Senna, and all of that bullshit on, and then you happen to crash. Yes, you are safe, but you're like, fuck, my camera's destroyed, my helmet's destroyed. Is my Senna okay? Fuck, it doesn't work either. All right, so now I gotta go spend fucking $200 for the Senna, $400 for the camera, fucking another $300 to $400 for the helmet. Fuck, you know what I'm saying? That's $1,000 worth of shit.
Dude, somebody in the comments like say what's up if you know what I'm talking about. When you get up from a wreck and the first thing you do is you start grabbing your helmet and your Cena. You're like, are they okay? Like your helmet cam, right? You're like, is the GoPro good? like you're almost more concerned than the fucking helmet itself. You're like.
It's like crashing the bike. You're more worried about the bike. It's like, sir, your fucking foot ain't even attached. I don't give a shit. Is the bike? Is it rideable?
Oh, yeah, everybody does that.
Is it rideable? Is it right? Just sit down.
I remember running over one time to my DRZ because it was. I knew it wasn't even messed up. Like I just had like a low side. I'm bleeding and shit. I'm running over to it, like ignoring. Like if I haven't even checked myself out. Not because I think the bike's hurt, because I see it's pissing out gas because it's laying on the side. I'm like, that shit's expensive. I fucking like ran to pick it up. I'm like, that's premium gas. It's pissing out.
Hey, Deep South, have you had any have you had any incidences, crashes, or shit like that?
No, but I've been riding for 20 years, and I only started talking to myself this year, so it's completely different.
Talking to myself this year. Well, have you ran into anything when you like your first month of fucking like vlogging? Like, did you run into any issues like being a skilled rider, right? With some years under your belt and trying out this like talking to yourself in a helmet thing.
No, it's funny because you get to the point where, yeah, you just have to edit it in because you get to the point where you just get to these jump cuts because when you come upon something that you need to pay attention to, you just stop talking, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I mean, that's about it.
You know, that's a good point too. Because if you think about it, like
the new riders make me scared.
Scared as in how? Explain that. Thank you for the donation there,
it,
KITB. Appreciate you all, love, man. Thanks. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, it scares me to see new riders vlogging because I don't think they know to stop talking to pay attention. And I've seen you do it, Red, and I've seen Jake do it, and I've seen all these other guys do it. You just get to you don't think, you just react and you stop talking.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to deal with the situation that's in front of you.
Yeah. See, what I was gonna say too, I think there's possible that like, you know, because of the culture of some people's videos, like my own, like I wonder if I make it seem like, yeah, I give like a false sense of what it's like out there because, yeah, you edit out some of that stuff and you also get so used to it that you can be more careless and you can ride and like not have to sit there and like hyperly think about what's going on because you're just so second nature to you. And like I'll sit there and be cranking wheelies and like I think people really sit there and think, oh, Jake's really reckless and rides around, does all this stuff. They don't know that I'm sitting there on the wheelie, like I said, still trying to judge traffic down the road and like I'm still being incredibly defensive on the back wheel.
Defensive
Absolutely.
on the back wheel. Can't be defensive
Absolutely.
on the back wheel.
All the time.
Defensive on the
I'm like a super defensive driver. Like the road I learned to drive on was called, it's all 121 and like over here in the Dallas area. And at the time when I learned to ride on it, I think it was the second most dangerous road in the nation for like accidents. People were getting to daily wrecks. There was fatalities, like weekly fatalities on this stretch of highway because they were like converting it from like a little shit road to like being this big highway that it is now. And it was in this weird state. You had to take this road to get anywhere too, right? And it was in this weird state where it was like 1 lane and 2 lanes all over the place. And I get my R6 and I'm just fucking like riding it up and down this road. Like, like I learned to fucking emergency brake so fast. Like I just got, like it was trial by fire. I'm lucky I didn't get fucked up really bad or killed. I learned I learned pretty good.
Hey, Deep South, what part of the country you in, sir?
Red, we're in. I said we're like, you know, it's just my multiple personalities.
Okay.
But Deep South is in the. I just referred to myself in the third person, of course.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Because that's how I roll. Yeah. But we're in the very, very bottom of Texas. So.
Brownsville? I'm sorry, it's like the most southern city I know in Texas.
Yeah. That would be north of us, but, you know.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn.
I think he's actually in Mexico.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I think he's actually in Mexico at this point. Like, if he came out and had a fucking geologist come through and, like, map out the state, he'd be like, no, dude, it's right here. Yeah, you're about 3 miles south of the border. Like,
he's going to get real surprised when the wall comes through and he's on the other side.
He's like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah, well, you know, that shit happens sometimes.
Oh, shit. Pie Man in the side chat, what up? Halamoto, I see you out there. Miss Peaches, what up? CMoto, what's up, guys? But all right, cool, man. I appreciate.
Halamoto, what's up, bro?
Yeah, he's over there. All right, man. I appreciate you calling in. Deep South Moto, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go ahead and grab this next call before we get out of here.
All right, bro. Good night.
Peace. Deep South Moto. Bing, bing, bing. Wait, is he gonna hang up? I don't want to hit that. Okay, wait. No,
you gotta have like the like some of the radio shows. They got like a funny sound effect when they get people off. It's like something like a gun.
Yeah, well, that's where Tim Kreitz comes in handy. Tim Kreitz with the soundboard. Hey Jessica, can I get another beer? Hey Jessica, can I get another beer? 602, you live on the air. What is up?
Hey man, what's up? How's you guys doing?
Pretty good, man. How you doing, sir?
Hey, doing good. Hey, so back on the question of saving money by riding a bike, one thing I didn't hear you guys mention was the cost of your life. I mean, you're thinking about saving a few $100 in gas or so a year, but what about if you go down and get yourself hurt? How much time is that going to take away from work?
Well,
Jake,
wow,
yeah,
like not even death. Wow. I mean, I lost a lot of money from blowing my knee out. Like, yeah. Thinking.
Right. So I mean, I don't even think people really make that calculation of like, yeah, you save a couple $100, but you know, the tickets, that getting hurt, missing work, things like that.
Yeah, you gotta live a little.
Yeah, to me, that's what's the word I look for? Subjective, I guess. Like, you're assuming that because you ride a motorcycle, you're going to get more injured than you are than being in a car. Now, granted,
I mean, statistically, the statistics are on the side.
But
yeah.
I'm talking about rolling the dice. You got to roll the dice. But no,
well, you got that. I think that goes into the bigger question though of like, why do you ride anyway? I mean, like, these are, that these are associated issues, right? But you do it anyway because, man, life, dude. Yeah, you just
Right.
you know what you're gonna do. Yeah.
People that ride specifically because of to save gas, right? Like they're.
See, I think, but people use that as a crutch though. They say I'm gonna ride to save gas, but they ride because they want to ride. I mean, how much more fun is work when you get to ride to work and you're going to get to ride when you get off of work, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to ride to save gas, you buy a fucking Vespa, right? Because those things get like 90 miles to the gallon or some stupid
Yeah,
shit.
I mean, realistically, you can probably buy like a smart car or something, like a plug-in hybrid. And there's a lot of options.
True.
You don't have to get a bike. Yeah, Jay Leno says his Chevy Bolt, he gets 1,000 miles to the gallon in it.
The what?
It's a Chevy. It's one of those plug-in hybrids, right?
Well,
so the first 30 miles are like all electric. He's got the Bolt.
Okay, so you're talking about the Bolt would it be? Because my
the
boss,
Volt, like the Chevy Volt.
Yeah. But my boss just picked up a brand new Chevy Volt with a V, and it's 100%.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying Volt.
Oh no, wait, Bolt. Wait, whatever. Okay. The one he has is 100% electric. There is no gas motor. Yeah.
So yeah, they got some that are like that, but yeah, like the ones even with the gas, I think that he said because it gets like 30 miles gas only, he drives it into such short ranges. He uses it for his little around town vehicle that he never gets into the gas. Like might start the engine once or twice a month.
Right, and even like my boss, he had a Fiat, and he was like, "All right, dude." So, he's like, 3-year lease. It cost me $100 a month to lease this fucking Fiat, the Fiat 500, but the electric version. He was like, dude, I probably spend like less than $5 a month charging the thing or some stupid shit.
Wow.
Or something. I can't remember what he said. And then like for a while he had me going, man, for $100 a month, like that's way cheaper than maintaining my bike. Like hands fucking down. And but the only problem with that car is like it's quick, but the range on it's like 100 miles. That's it. So it's great if you're just going to work and coming back, shit like that. Boom,
it's
boom.
Good as like a second car. Like you don't want it to be your
daily
or you maybe use it for your everyday driving. It's like you still want a real vehicle.
Yeah. Thanks. Is been Hayden or is appreciate
we
it.
really went off on that one. We went to a different.
Yeah, Bolt is the all electric.
Yeah, thank you for taking my call.
Hey man, I appreciate you calling in, brother. Thank you. But yeah, that like I'm not gonna lie, dude. That little Fiat, I like. But see, here's the problem. Like I'm used to seeing his, but then every time I get on the freeway and I see another one, I'm like, I can't fucking drive that thing. But then I get to work and I see his. Like, he's got it lowered, like fucking bigger wheels. And, well, not bigger wheels, like wider wheels. He's got the tent. Like, dude, his is dope, right? But
might be, but at the end of the day, you just got to drive that car around and do all that shit to it.
Look, Jake, I look. I can go to work. I can go home for like fucking $1 or 50 cents or some shit, whatever it costs to charge that fucking thing at the end of the day.
You could probably like figure out a way to do it on a bus for the same amount of money if you tried.
A bus, man, but fuck, 25-mile bus ride from Long Beach to. Fuck.
Well, I'm just saying, if you really want to like play the game of like penny, pressing penny, or what do they call it? Squeezing penny? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I don't know.
What's the metaphor I'm thinking about? Like, is it? Anyway,
penny or
like squeezing pennies, whatever. Yeah.
Penny pinching.
Well, like I said though, but what he was getting at before though, the whole like getting hurt. I mean, yeah, like he makes a point. Like I got, I think I hit wrecking my knee just in medical with like $7,000 or something. But you got to think at the time, and my job's not a normal job. Of course, YouTube, it's hard to predict like what kind of money did I lose for not making the videos I could have made. That's really hard to figure that out. It's almost impossible.
True.
But like I said, at the end of the day, I think you go to the broader question of, well, why do you ride anyway? Penny pinching is what's in there, yeah.
Penny pinching.
Yeah. So, but like, why do you ride anyway? You ride like, you ride because you want to get out there, man. I think you ride because you want that freedom, that connection with you, machine, and the road, and I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to explain it to you like you don't ride. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a hard thing. It's hard to tell people that don't do it. Like right. when your mom's like, why are you riding those dangerous things? I'm like, well, you'd have to ride one to get it, Mom. And I know you ain't gonna do that, so you're just gonna have to take my word for it. It's a lot of fun.
602 caller, you just dropped, but if you want to call back in, I'll take you as the last call of the night if you want to call back in. Oh, actually, I'll just take one more call for the night. I'll let Jake get back to doing what he's doing.
I'm doing nothing down here. Go to bed. I'm an old man.
Old man? No, Ghost Ninja is an old man. Okay, that's fucking old. I mean, he rides
the same age.
No, he rides a Triumph, dude. Like, who rides a granddad bike like that? Like, come on, man. Like that bike is so granddad that they don't even make it no more.
Which one does he have now?
675.
Oh, I started thinking like this. That's what I was thinking. I was like, did he like? I was thinking he got like one of the cruisers or something. I didn't know.
Nah, it's just funny that they don't make that bike anymore. I wonder why. I don't even know why. I mean, it's a shit bike, I guess. All right, we got one more caller here. We're gonna take it. Let's see who we got. 509. You're live on the air. What?
No, hold on. How about you?
Huh? Oh, dude, I was like, wait, what is he just? Okay, sorry. I had a moment. I'm back with you now. Yeah, sorry. I literally had a moment. I'm back, people. We're good. So, appreciate you calling in. Where you calling from, man?
Oh, Spokane, Washington is actually a pretty nice city once you get to know it some.
Wait, is it raining?
Not yet. It will tonight, though.
Exactly.
Hate the rain.
Nah, I've always heard about Washington, and it's just like it rains a lot up there, and I'm like, I don't know about Washington.
Yeah, I'm just pretty sure. Sometimes the drivers here get a little bit out of control, and it's like, what made them suddenly lost their capability of learning how to drive or just keep themselves in line and such.
Okay.
Also pedestrians too, because when me and my dad were getting back from the store and back to the apartment complex, this kid just suddenly runs out in front of the car. I was like, okay, where's this little kid's parents at? Should they be teaching him how not to run across the street in front of a vehicle? in motion.
No, they're on their phones. They're playing a game on the
Fucking
phone.
Pokemon Go, dude.
Exactly.
They're just.
Hey man, it's weird being a parent myself these days. I see it a lot, man. It's like they don't really be paying attention to their kids. They're buried in their phone. It's weird.
Yeah, typical of them.
Well, the shit that I hate is when you see somebody who's literally in the crosswalk.
It's like, and they're on the phone, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Boris. Well, when he used to live down in San Diego, like he'd have videos of where, like he'd pull up to a light and stop, and then his light would go green, and he's starting to like pull off, right? And the light's been green a little while, and next thing you know, you just see some random car just straight through the fucking crosswalk. I mean, straight through the intersection, going the opposite way, right?
Oh.
So they had a red light. So imagine, right? Some fucking kid just there on his phone texting his fucking chick or whatever the fuck he's doing. Bam! You know what I mean? Like, he's a hood ornament at that point. Just because he didn't pay attention to the world around him.
Yeah, that's really crazy, though. I mean, that's why I have immeasurable distaste for the app Pokemon Go, because there's been a series of bad happenings to people that played that app, and I'm sitting there, it's like, okay, for one, you stray away into neighborhoods you're not really familiar with, and a whole lot of shit can go down as far as that goes. I mean,
I sit there and made a whole video on my channel playing it.
Because of dangers like that.
I literally like made a video. I'm riding around playing it on the ground. I got a lot of hate for that. Like, not a lot, but like there was people that were like, "It's pretty irresponsible." And I was like, I know, but it's the Grom. I was going like 15 miles and 20 miles an hour. But still, yeah, I know.
I never played it. I never even downloaded that damn game.
I downloaded it to play it. I knew I was gonna make a video.
That was it. Because it's crazy with what goes on with those apps.
No, it's literally, I mean, the problem is, right, people rely on their cell phones so much these days, like, as far as their form of self-entertainment, like, they need something to help them pick, like, they may be feeling down, so they post something on Instagram, and they wait, they get the likes, so now they feel a little bit better, and blah, blah, blah. Like, there were stories of some chick, like, no bullshit. She didn't die, thank God. But she was, like, hiking or some shit, was, like, climbing on the side of a fucking mountain and was, like, texting or some stupid shit and fucking fell off and fell, like, 60 feet down.
What?
And got all kinds of fucked up. But she didn't die. But I'm just saying, like, how do you forget?
Thank God.
How do you forget that you were standing on the side of a cliff? Like, when the fuck did that, like, go out the window and you're just like, hell yeah, dude, fucking chicken stir, right down. I don't get it. I don't get it. But
I'm trying not to laugh at that, but I'm just imagining in my head, like, the whole, like, she's like, what's up? Oh, God!
Right? Just, I don't.
Yeah.
It's funny, but.
There was also.
Go ahead.
There was also this one extreme situation that occurred last night. Not sure if it'd be suitable to throw it on live stream as of this current time, but, screw it, why the hell not? Anywho, I was on YouTube last night, like I am right now, but on a different video, and I hear this random scraping sound happening outside. I look out my window, and I see this truck climbing up the hill as if he just ran over. Well, he did in fact run over road spikes, because it was supposed to be a little simple and easy traffic stop. Be like, okay, why the hell is he driving recklessly and shit like that? And then next thing I see, it was a few state patrol officers following behind him because apparently he was reckless driving.
Drunk driving.
And then it led to a multi-hour standoff, and other people in the comment section that were on Spokane News' Facebook page I saw one that said in question if they were going to have a minigun mounted on the roof of their vehicles, and I'm like, no, they would never dare put a damn minigun on top of the roof of their vehicle, and plus they do not have proper authority approval, and plus, why the hell would they do that to a veteran, as I found out that it was a veteran doing that, all that crazy stuff. But thankfully it never led to any shots being fired, so that ended in a peaceful resolution, and eventually the suspect surrendered, which was the best of any standoff I've seen anywhere on anything in my entire life.
Man, I wouldn't even think that Seattle would have that kind of, that kind of things. To me, I always thought of Seattle as like somewhere that's like, it's beautiful and green because it rains a lot, and like that's it. You know what I mean? Like it's like what.
Yeah.
Like I'd never picture Seattle as someplace that's like got a bunch of fucking gangster shit going down, but I guess everybody's got their own little neck of the woods. So.
Well, this was all the way up in Spokane, though. I mean, if I did live in Seattle, I mean, I cannot imagine the kind of traffic that goes on over there.
Well, I don't... See, that's the thing. Not from Washington, so Spokane is just Seattle. Kind of like...
Everything's, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, where do you live, dude? I live in Barstow. L.A.? Like, no, dude, I'm like 2 hours from L.A. Okay, you live in L.A. It's just one of those things, like, I learned over time to just call it what people know. Like, where do you live? I live in Seattle. Oh,
I just say
Seattle.
Dallas when people ask me. I'm about an hour from Dallas, but I live in Dallas.
Right.
Scotty Don says Seattle is the next Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
How the hell can that be?
No, Seattle, and
How can that be?
There's a lot of shit going on in Seattle, man. Seattle's one of those like hyper growing towns. Like it's not even cheap to live in fucking Seattle, man. Like I looked at housing in that region, dude. Like Seattle's, I want to say like top 10, at least like top 10 most expensive cities or some shit. Like Seattle's not some like podunk fucking hole in the wall fucking city anymore, dude. Seattle is I know Seattle is on the up and up, but I didn't know they was on fucking Silicon Valley level. But
Yeah. I mean, whenever I get the nerve to do so, I'm going to probably go up to DMV and see if I can just take a multi-questionnaire test for a license, and then just have my dad, instruct me on driving and start off that way, or unless I have to do it solely at the DMV, which puts me on edge quite a bit.
Question, how old are you?
I'm legitimately 22, as some other viewer in the comment section claims that I'm 13. I mean, don't get me wrong, I kind of look it, but legitimately I am 22. See, it's those age complication things to where if one is born in the middle of the year, it complicates the aging cycle, like they don't look at their age.
Yeah, that's
irrelevant. I don't know if that...
I mean, yeah, because, you're not going to go to the DMV, you're not going to be like, dude, you don't look whatever. Sorry, come back when you look. You know what I mean? That's irrelevant. Now, the reason I was just asking...
No, when I went there, they cut my leg off and counted the rings.
Counted the rings.
What?
No, it's...
Like a tree. I'm making jokes. It's bad.
No, but what? So you're saying get a license? Are you talking about a motor vehicle license, or are you looking for like a motorcycle license?
Well, usually varies on what I'm mostly comfortable with driving, because 100% of the time it seems it's been mostly in a damn cager.
Okay. Damn, Jake.
I just want...
No, I'm sorry.
I just want to have a chance. I just want to have a chance to break away, tagging along in a cager, because I mean, I've already been in an accident once with my mom, but the surprising thing is that I wasn't affected by the accident, but she was, to where she was going to therapy every week for it.
I got you. Well, hey, man, whatever you decide to do with getting a motorcycle, man. I mean, granted, you can go up to the DMV. I don't know what they have per se for like tests or whatever, or like practice tests. But I mean, I know at least in California, you can go to like their DMV website. I'm pretty sure it's statewide. I mean, Country Ride. You can probably go to the DMV website, and they'll have practice tests and stuff like that. Or you can go just Google practice tests for, Washington, licensing, and somebody will have a bunch of different practice tests you can take over and over and over and stuff like that to have an idea of what's going to be on there. But, whatever you decide to do, I hope it all works out for you, man. I hope that, you're able to get on or in whatever you choose, to get, man.
Papa bless.
Yeah. Real appropriate, Scotty Don.
But anyways, all right, man. I appreciate you calling in. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, real quick.
Oh yeah. Last year I took a motorcycle questionnaire test, and I seem to do all right with that. I seem to be more knowledgeable with those sort of things than I am in a vehicle. Like in a cager vehicle.
I got you.
And I did have one question. Is lane splitting allowed countrywide, or are there some states and cities where they don't exactly permit it?
As of the last time that I actually checked, California is still the only state in the United States, matter of fact, in North America, that allows lane splitting. Nowhere in Canada, just here in California. But I do know Washington introduced a bill, Texas, I want to say not Portland, Oregon also, I think Nevada did too. There's been states that have introduced bills, either they've gotten shut down immediately or stuff like that. So, but yeah, California's still legally the only state that you can lane split in.
Yeah, more like a standalone state in the world of lane splitting.
You could probably do it in Puerto Rico.
That's why I said North America.
Well, Puerto Rico's a part of North America.
Oh, shit. You said Puerto Rico.
And not only is it part of North America, the continent, it's a part of the United States.
It ain't a state, though.
It don't matter.
All right, man. I appreciate you calling in, brother. You have yourself a good night.
Bye-bye.
All right, you too. I'll be watching furthermore.
All right, man.
See you, Jake Garden Snake.
Good talking to you.
Bye.
Huh? What are you gonna do, Jake? You wanna take one more call, or you wanna call it, man? It's up to you, bro. It's a 405.
Yeah, take another one.
That's I already know. That's good old great Oklahoma where the wind comes sweeping down the
Yeah, whatever. Take another one. I don't care.
Oklahoma
till midnight.
Why you talking?
Bitch, what up, dog? Hey, man, did you quote unquote find Lucille?
I quote unquote found Lucille at home in the garage in the corner weeping.
Mm-hmm.
She told me that she had to ditch the baby off at the drop point and left.
Bruh, how
That's why I had.
could you go with a fucking Honda, man? How could you? How could you?
Okay, all right.
How could you?
Want to know? So check this out.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. No.
Well, you know what? It's technically not a Honda. I mean, the stock decals clearly say
Gramasaki or whatever. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, what you got?
Yeah. Well, my buddy wanted to borrow his for like a couple hours. His Z125. I rode it. I loved it. I was like, babe, I need to go get one of those. She said no. Well, my buddy hit me up with a deal for that thing that I could not pass up, and hence in turn turns it into the Gramasaki.
Big shout out right now to Capo79, who's out of the country drinking like probably 10 or like fucking 20% alcohol beer. Where I don't even know where the fuck he's at. He's He went
Yeah,
east.
where is Germany?
Somewhere, right? He over there. He's like, whatever country the fuck that is. Big shout out to Cabo for checking in. What up, man?
He's probably in Puerto Rico.
No. He's like, he was driving on the, wait, I was going to say he's driving on the left side, and I was like, wait, they drive on the left side in Puerto Rico. Shit.
No, I don't think they do.
Well, Red, you know, I heard Yamaha's in talks of making some kind of a Yamagram.
A Yamaha, bitch, come on now. You disrespect Yamaha like that, come on now.
They should, dude. Everyone should get out. Like, they're going to miss their opportunity. If they don't have something in the works, they probably shouldn't bother at this point. But
yeah, I know, well, no, different bike, disregard. I was going to say Suzuki, but then I was like, wait, no, I think they're looking, well, no, Suzuki finally made a 300, but it's in Japan.
Yeah, that'd be called the Grand Duki.
The Gramzuki?
No, the Grand Duki.
Yeah, Grand Duki. Okay, I got you. Shout out CN Cycle. I see you out there, man. What's going on, Mr. Bikes, Mr. whatever.
Red, they drive on the right side of the road in Puerto Rico.
Yeah. Oh, do they? I thought it was on the left side.
Dude, we run that thing, dude. It's America, but not America. That's why I want to go there. My money works. Like, everything's the same.
Oh, they take dollars?
Yeah.
We fucking have to. It's fucking America, dude.
It ain't America. We just like
It is America.
Like, we went over
It's
there,
America,
slapped
but
our dick out, and was like,
let me
look,
tell you how it
know,
works too. Like, if you're a Puerto Rican and you're born in Puerto Rico, like, you can come to the States, but it's not like, it's almost like you have to get like a visa and all stuff. Like, but me, I can just come and go. I can go there and buy a house, retire, do whatever I want. No big deal. It's just like I'm living in another part of America.
Puerto Rico. Anyways.
So party takes new place then.
Right?
I'm going to Puerto Rico, y'all.
Jake's
I'm gonna go
summer
move
house?
there.
Wait, would it be your summer house? No, it'd be your winter house, wouldn't it?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. It doesn't get that cold here.
Do Gromity?
Yeah, probably.
Do Gromity? Gramasaki. Do Gromity.
Watching the Gromity Bill more ago.
Come on, dude. Let's not do this, guy. Come on, dude. Please. Not right now. No.
Hey man, I'll let you guys get back to your show. I just wanted to say what's up.
Oh well, you're officially the last call of the evening, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, any shameless plugs you got?
Shameless plugs. No, not really. Shout out to Kelly Brock.
Who? That big head? You want to shout him out? Like, out of all the people in the world, you want to shout him out? I mean, look, times is hard right now, bro. And I'm telling you, dude, like, do it with...
That's not in here already.
No, what I'm saying is, like, times is hard, man. YouTube ain't doing so good, so, like, you know, you can probably give Jake a good shout out. You can give fucking Dan a good shout out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand what it's like there at the top, bro, and times ain't, you know, and I'm just saying, you know... me personally, I don't need no shout out, dude. I'm good. I'm Gucci. You know, I'm getting like 200 subs a month, bro. Can't you fucking touch me, son? You see my gold chain?
Well, Red, you need to shout me out, man. I'm getting like 9 subs a day.
Okay, like 9 subs.
You don't want more. It's a trap.
Right, you don't want more, dude, because
just be happy. Go right around.
Right, because then there comes this weird moment when like. You got a bunch of subs but nobody's watching, and then you're like, fuck, dude, I got all these subs but nobody's watching. I'm upset.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, then I'll go text on my cell phone.
Hey, Cowie, you working tomorrow?
Wow. No, sir.
All right, good. Well, I'm going to do this after hours thing and fucking, yeah, I'm sending you a link.
All right, sounds good.
The only reason why, What? Okay.
Nope. Okay, what is?
No, I was saying the only reason why I'm doing a little after hours, I'm not going to be here this weekend, so figured I'd, like, this will be the only fucking...
What?
Yeah, I'm going out of town, man. I'm going to Mammoth, man. I'm going, black man. Well, okay, it's going to be 2 black dudes on a white mountain with a bunch of white people.
Well,
you got a Puerto Rican with a full tan woman.
On your snowboard.
Anybody trying to go to fucking Puerto Rico, Jake? Damn.
They got that, like, South American ass going on them. It's good.
Okay, I'll give you that. You got the little.
Yeah.
But they Puerto Rican, dude. If you ever fucked with a Puerto Rican man, like females wise, like everyone.
They're all crazy. You
Exactly.
No, I mean when I say they're all, I mean all women are crazy. Hang around long enough. My wife will kill me if I'm not careful. I literally think she'll kill me. I'm slightly terrified for my life.
You fucking check her ancestry.com and it's like Puerto Rico. You're like,
well, you know what she said? That's the thing, because she's supposed to be a quarter Japanese. I think it's bullshit. She's a quarter Puerto Rican. It's coming through.
I see the side chat P196. Big shout out to Diane. How you doing? I see you out there, Miss Lady. Appreciate you stopping by. Mr. Keep It Two's mom, y'all. DG mom. D-God mom right there. Yeah, Puerto Rico, huh? But anyways, what the fuck was I talking to Callie about? I don't even remember. Something.
Some kind of after hours thing?
I don't remember either. You're saying after hours are going away in Puerto Rico this weekend?
Oh, I'm going to Mammoth this weekend, so it's me and my boy, so it'll be 2 black dudes, White Mountain, bunch of white people, and then literally everybody the whole weekend's gonna be like, hey, I totally saw you guys on the hill earlier today. Like, yeah, dude, the only 2 black dudes you saw all day. Of course it's us. Like, who the fuck else is it gonna be? No, dude, like every time I go to Mammoth, man, it's like somebody always has to call me out. Like at the restaurant that night or at the bar, they're like, dude, I totally saw you like earlier today. Yeah, I know. What's your point? Oh no, dude, I just think it's awesome that you guys are out here snowboarding. I don't think it's awesome.
I think it's really awesome that you guys, are black guys out here snowboarding.
No, literally, dude, that's literally
That's what they want to say, but they're too scared to say it.
Like, dude, I've never seen like more than one out here, but there's 2 of you. Are you guys together? Wow, y'all came together. Wow, and like I didn't even see y'all fall or anything. Holy fuck, dude, that was amazing. I gotta fucking Snapchat this. Hold on. But anyways, all right. Well, cool, man. Let me let you go. Let me say bye to everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and get this other one fired up.
Yeah, hey, shoot me that link, man. I'll talk to you guys here in a bit.
For shizzle dizzle.
All right.
Yeah, man. So, Jake, you got any shameful plugs, I guess? Or shameless?
Puerto Rican women.
Puerto Rican women.
I don't know.
Like, wait, are you, like, seriously? Okay.
What? Am I sitting here with a Google tab open? Let me just close this, actually. Stop. I'm married. What am I doing?
So they're like, 285 G's, huh? That ain't bad, man. I probably could sell this and get like that, man. Maybe
dude, we sat there on like a Monday night hanging out afterwards. Me and Lee, I think
I was
Arson,
there too. Yeah.
Oh, were you there when we looked at Puerto Rican homes? We were finding like the whole fucking like old school apartments you could buy for like the price of a home. We were like,
yeah, dude, it was like fucking Pablo Escobar, fucking all nice ass fucking homes and shit was like $375 and $275.
Dude, yeah,
I was
like, and they were big, like where a couple of us could live in them. Like, dude, like let's fucking buy that shit.
Right.
You could anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I'm just bored sitting here thinking about like ever since I went to Hawaii that one time, dude. And even going to Thailand kind of got me that way. Like I just think about like, man, I want to live somewhere kind of tropical, but like Hawaii is cool, but it's pricey, dude. At Puerto Rico, like, man, I think I could do it. You gotta learn Spanish, but like, dude, you could go there and the baby's crying.
I hear that.
Go back to bed.
So it seems like lane splitting has been legalized in Washington since February.
Washington State
hold on. Washington passed a bill for lane splitting in February this year.
The thing about like people say, oh, don't you hope they make lane splitting legal? I'm like, man, dude, I can see it making a lot of problems. I could see them and here's the reason why. Like, it's been around so long in California. The drivers are used to it, man. I think people are trained to it.
Yeah.
They're adjusted. We're out here, like, if they're like, they say to Texas, like, hey, lane splitting's legal. Well, the motorcycles are going to know about it.
Yeah,
Our car driver's going to know about it.
Yeah,
they're not going to know about it.
You're definitely going to have to crack a lot of eggs.
Dude, it's going to be you're going to get all these people going to get hurt in the first month, and it's going to get, like, they're going to, like, fucking take it back. They're going to be like, nope, see? And you're just, like, man, it just...
Yeah,
I mean, I want it. I want it, like, I do, but... I don't know how we could like introduce it, you know?
I think it's gonna be like weed, man. You know, like, you know, states of fucking Colorado's going to shit, it's going to hell in a handbasket. All of a sudden, it's like Colorado's made so much money on taxes due to marijuana that they're actually giving people back money. Oh, nobody's like fucking turned into zombies and took over the state. No, like everything's good. Actually, fucking crime's down. Fucking this is down. Like
no state income tax in Texas, by the way.
Do what now?
But you know. No state income tax in Texas, by the way, so we don't have to get money back from them. We don't give it to them.
That's what's up. But yeah, it's like.
But yeah, dude, I've heard about that.
So
yeah.
I just think it's literally one of those things where it's like a couple of states take it in, and yeah, bad things happen, but eventually people get it right because you're gonna have look, here's the thing, right? So you're gonna have a bunch of pissed off people. Then once they have a bunch of mirrors coming up missing, then they're gonna be like, all right, well, let me get the fuck out the way because I had to pay for that last mirror, and that shit was fucking $500 because it came with the little LED lights and it's fucking heated.
Oh yeah, they're pricey now, aren't they? God, I see Rev Bomb's fucking clip and compilations all the time on Instagram, everywhere. You know that clip, you know?
Yeah,
it's like you're watching some random bike compilation, and here comes, oh, there's Rev Bomb, that mirror's about to, there you go.
Yeah, there it is. You know what's funny?
Because the way he punched it was so cartoony, it was so like, oh, yeah.
No, dude, I'll tell you the funniest thing I ever saw Rev Bomb do. Oh my god. And one person caught it in the video. I want to say, oh okay, Cali Girl caught it. My GoPro had fucked up and we'd pulled over like couple miles after that because I realized it wasn't recording. So we're cruising down this road. There's a bunch of cars parked on the right side, and Rev Bomb rides by real slow, and he pretends like he's hitting the mirrors.
Oh,
dude, it was he was just like, right? And I just look over, and he's like pretend fucking smashing these mirrors. I fucking cracked up so hard, dude, because I'm just like, oh, it's fucking Rev Bomb, dude. It's so fucking comedy. But, you know, and somebody was like, oh my god, Rev Bomb's over there hitting mirrors. I'm like, dude, he didn't hit shit. It's just, he just saw a bunch of parked cars, saw some mirrors, and was like in his head, he's thinking, oh, there goes that mirror, there goes that one, there goes that one. Dude, it was so fucking hilarious just to see that. I was dying, dude. It's fucking great. But, wait, at Red One, hold up.
Though.
It passed the Senate, my bad. Okay, so it has not passed in this episode. Yeah, it has not passed in Washington. See, that's what I thought because I checked.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
God damn, that is loud than a motherfucker. Wow. But no, I checked like a month ago, and
are we still on the air?
No. Well, yeah, we still on the air, but I disconnected the phone calls. But yeah, I checked like last month, and I still saw that like California was still the only state. So, but yeah, man, Jake, I want to thank you, sir, for being a good sport about this and coming through and talking with the folks out there, the ones who called in, the ones who had some cones, you know, some huevos, some fucking balls to call in to be like, I want to ask Jake a question. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, it's fun, man. I enjoy it.
Yeah, something different, something new, giving back to the community, which put us where we're at. So, big shout out to Dubs R6. I see your punk ass over there. Anyways, I'm gonna take this down, guys. Take this off air, and I'm gonna fire up a little after hours joint just to hang out with some folks for a little while, and then because like I said, I ain't gonna be here this weekend, so I'm gonna miss the other guys. I'm gonna miss the other guys drunk in a bar in Mammoth with drinks and snow. Oh, it's gonna be beautiful. Anyways, but once again, Jake, I appreciate you for hanging out with us. And until the next week, guys. I got a plug. I got a fucking plug. So, guys, here in SoCal, the SoCal Motovlogger Hangout will be next weekend, the last Saturday in April. We're going back to Danny K's because of fucking Rev Bomb and the shit that he always gives me every time I see him. We're going back to Danny K's, and Danny K's has already got us set up. I was talking to the chick, and she was just like, "Oh, I remember y'all." She's like, "Yeah." She's like, well, we put you down. How many tables you need? I'm like, "We just need one pool table." She's like, "Okay." Boom, boom, boom. So we're going back to Danny K's I'm gonna put the flyer out tomorrow. So all you guys out here in the SoCal area, go ahead and get that passed around and all that good stuff. But we're going back to Danny K's for the hangout. So come out if you're in the SoCal area. Have some drinks with us. We're getting fucked up as usual. But other than that, guys, appreciate Jake once again for hanging out tonight on Red One Radio. We'll see you guys next week. Deuces. Unless you got something to say, Jake. You got anything?
Bye-bye.
You want to, like, promote your something?
We're going to be in that rock store place or whatever on Monday. I'll put a thing up for it here, though, soon. I've posted it before, but I'm posted again. So just look for my social medias. I'll put that up soon.
Jake Guard Snake back in SoCal. Y'all need to do that.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
All right, guys. Peace.